Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. My name is James Lynch. It is Cris Cyborg on the other side of the mic here. Cris, it's been a while, but we got a lot to talk about. How are you this morning?
Sorry, guys. I've been a little bit training so hard, so I didn't be able to talk to James. But I'm very excited coming back and bring the 5th belt. Like I said to you guys, I'm really happy to be here with you, James.
Yes, well, it all worked out. And hey, listen, we're glad to take some time off. If you can put on a performance like you did in that fight for PFL, congratulations. Before we talk about all that, though, I just want to remind our audience, we do the show every week. We've been off for a little bit, but make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell on the channel. It really does help out the algorithm and all that other good stuff. I mentioned it there, Cris. Big win. You got another belt to your collection. You've had a lot of big moments in your career. Where does this one rank? Because I think the performance you put on, being away from the cage for a little bit, you went in there, you got the win. Where does this title win rank in terms of career highlights?
I'm very thankful, 39 years old, and the fight for the 5th title in my career. It was amazing, be able to be at fight the new generation. Pacheco was a tough fighter, but it was a great fight. It's nice to see, like, I fight same card, Fedor Emelianenko, same card, Jon Jones, now Francis Ngannou. It's really cool.
Yeah, very special. I know you felt like you were going to win going into the fight. You liked the matchup, but going into the fight, did the fight play out how you thought it would? Were you expecting that type of fight with Larissa?
I will see some interviews, my team, about Pacheco. She's saying she's a round fighter, but, and they always know a complete fighter, but I really show a lot of wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and then I always talk to my coach here. I always say, man, Muay Thai beat boxing, and you work everything. I expected that. I expect she was a tough fighter. I was expect everything she did. Amazing. My team, we did work everything we train. We show off that fight. It was great.
It certainly was. I know you scout your opponents very well, but was there anything in the fight that surprised you at all? Maybe something you weren't expecting from Larissa in the fight?
No, I did surprise. I knew she was going to be a tough fighter. I knew she was excited. She's young, 10 years old, young than me. But I expect everything. I know she's come a lot of victory, but a lot of KO. But I believe it. I believe it was a great fight. It was 4 rounds in one. I think I really show all the complete, smart fighter, and to get the victory easier.
I was surprised, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Going into the fight, you were the betting underdog. Did that surprise you a bit just with your credentials? I know you're older than Larissa, but did that surprise you at all?
Nothing surprised me in the sport, but, getting me excited. I really, before my fights, I really don't check any internet. I don't check my Instagram. I don't check anything. But I know some people say, Cris, the underdog. Like, man, they don't know. So I was excited a little bit, about, but, the fans know me because my age, I was think, but, man, we show like we got a 4-1 in the fight. It was great, the only round I think she was won, the the 3rd round, when I was kicking and she punched my chest and they fall in the guard and they stayed the whole time in the guard, but she didn't land any hard punch and anything in the guard, so I was safe there. But it was a kind of surprise, but I was excited too, motivated me. Let's go, old Savage.
You fought for all types of organizations, Strikeforce, the UFC, Bellator, now PFL. How did this experience differ from the other promotions you fought for? Also, getting to fight in the Middle East was pretty cool too.
The difference, this fight was in Saudi Arabia. It was really cool. I'm really thankful. It was one of the things in my career I always want to open the door for the women's MMA. I think it was amazing to have the opportunity to be come an event with Francis Ngannou over there. And do a great fight, between me and Pacheco. I think it's opened the door for the girls over there. And, I hope the next fights I have, we get working together and get, the 2 last fights in my career, being work with PFL, be a team work, and be amazing fights over there.
Last thing on the fight, I did notice this after the fight, Jon Jones congratulating you on the victory. How cool was that? Jon, obviously a legend in the sport, recognizing another legend in yourself with that win.
Make me really happy. Jon, it's a legend in sport. He's a smart fighter. I'm excited for his next fight. He's been training really hard, and it was nice. I think it's cool. They know how much I work hard. Holly came to my camp too, and I really appreciate every single person in New Mexico. and you work a lot of takedowns. Like I saw that fight. You know, I always have this in my pocket. But, you know, I love change punches, you know, each other. But, you know, anytime, sometimes you have to be smart. I think this is every fight I'm showing this. Have the easy way to win the fights. You're getting paid the same. If you win fast, if you win slow, if you know, I think you have to be in the smart and in the fight. I think is really thankful for Jon, and I wish the best for him in the next fight.
I mentioned sort of the layoff going into the fight. When would you like to return? We're coming up to the end of October. I know it probably is going to be hard to get one more in this year, but when do you hope to return for your next fight?
You know, for me, I would like to return to MMA. You know, I want to finish, you know, my legacy tour. We start with Larissa, and I have 2 fights left in my career. So I want to complete 20 years old, 20 years in the sport. I'm 39 years old. I don't want to be waiting. I don't have time to waiting. And my next focus is MMA and defend my title. If, you know, have any struggle, don't get it to happen, probably I'm going to be active and doing boxing fights.
Who do you think your next opponent will be, or who could you see facing you next for your PFL title defense?
The next opponent for me can be, you know, Sara Collins. She's the girl beat Leah McCart. Leah McCart was supposed to be my next challenge, you know, for defending my Bellator belt. And she's the girl fight Penn turns, you know, beat her in Invicta champion. I believe she can be a next one for me. The way they have Aspen Ladd, you know, she's a big name in the sport. She fight Kayla Harrison. She went to UFC. She was named a big name there. Now I have a lot of girls. This is the one thing is really cool because now merge together Bellator and PFL together. I have a lot of girls over there for sure. It can be the next new young girls, new challenge for me. And this is really cool because the ones that's in Bellator, you know, I have to fight twice. Arlen Blanco because, you know, I have a lot of struggles about the opponent, but it was a great fight too. But, you know, I believe we have a lot of girls can have the opportunity to fight for the title.
And quickly, just before we get out of here, we had UFC 308 on the weekend. Did you see Khamzet Chimaev defeat Robbert Whittaker? That was a pretty incredible performance.
You know, I didn't have the opportunity to watch the fight, but I saw got the amazing choke and, you know, broke the jaw. I hope, you know, he's recovered fast. And, you know, Chimaev is a danger fighter, but, you know, at some couple of fights, you see he's getting tired a little bit. So I believe, like, for you can beat here, you have to defend the takedowns, you know, and be in the pocket. Yeah. And then wait, he's getting tired and forget your turn.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. You know, Chimaev getting the quick win, but we still don't know if he can go like a 5-round fight. So if it even gets there, but he's so dangerous that he takes out his opponents early. So I'll be excited for that one. And then obviously I got to mention the main event, Ilia Topuria knocking out Max Holloway. I'm sure you've seen the knockout. It's everywhere on social media. What did you think of being the first fighter to knock out Max Holloway? Pretty incredible.
You know, I watched the end of the fight. I wish the best, you know, for Holloway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Holloway. So I wish the best for Holloway. But, you know, I believe, like, you know, when you put a lot of miles in your car, sometimes you cannot go too much forward, you know, sometimes you cannot take the punch the same way. I believe it's Max Holloway. It was young Max Holloway. For sure, he's going to win that fight. I wish the best. Congratulations for the winner. But, you know, it was a great fight, but, you know, sometimes somebody will get out the loss, you know, and I hope everything for good for him.
Before we get out of here, Cris, anything you got going on CrisCyborg.com. You can pay with Bitcoin, by the way. You can get the premium service, which has obviously the Q&As every month, the instructional videos, and your OnlyFans, which I know you're doing behind the scenes video blogs and all that. What else you got going outside the cage? Because I know, you know, people see you in the cage, but you have so much going on outside of things. Give an update for your fans and let people know what you got coming up.
First, I want to say thank you for all the love and people in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for all the girls there follow me, you know, and support me. Everyone, you know, everywhere in the world send a message to me and support me in my fight. All the prayers, you know, all my family in Christ pray for me for this fight. I'm really thankful, happy for this 5th belt. And, you know, I want to say thank you for all the people sending message to me from the OnlyFans. I soon, give me 2 days, I'm going to answer all the questions. You know, I'm very thankful. Pink belt girls, I'm thankful for everyone sending a great message for me. And all the people, you know, this all 19 years with me, support me. I see all the messages. I'm really happy. And I'm excited to defend this more, my titles, and give a great show for you guys.